no title. 100,000 Sussex residents sign petition forces the Privy Council to expel the Sussexes. Prince Harry should lose his title for trashing the royals and becoming Mr Windsor, MPs claim. Prince Harry should lose his title for trashing the royal family and instead just become Mr Windsor, MPs claim. They deserve to have their titles removed or at least changed. In any case, the UK press could stop referring to them by their titles right away. So it's all very well for Conservative politicians to huff and puff about their titles, but how about banning the wife from British soil, revoking Harry's diplomatic passport, or banning Netflix from the UK? Russian oligarchs have been financially sanctioned by Britain, but could the same thing happen to Harry? Prince Harry should be stripped of his Duke of Sussex title for trashing the royal family, a senior Conservative MP has said. Sussex locals petitioned to strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles. Harry and Meghan might officially be known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but the English country this week will debate whether they should be stripped of these titles. More than 100,000 people have signed a petition labelling the titles morally wrong and disrespectful. The royal couple now can't step foot to the area and don't support local sports teams. After surpassing the required number of signatures, the council now has no choice but to greenlight official debate proceedings. The council cannot strip the couple of their titles, but the petition calls on officials to stop calling them the Sussexes in official documents. This area is a different type of political area. They've got the only Green MP in the UK and a few lefties on the council, so who knows what could happen. Mr Ross calls for the council to not invite or entertain Harry and Meghan, nor afford them any hospitality or courtesies above and beyond that of an ordinary member of the public. Under the legislation, members of the Privy Council could take away Harry and Meghan's Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles. Speaking to The Sun, Mr Seeley said that there was an obvious hypocrisy with the Sussexes happy to use their royal titles while criticising the institution. He said they seem to hate the institution of the royal family but seem perfectly happy to use its titles. Don't use the titles to trash the institution. Harry's not behaving with any dignity whatsoever in all this. Speaking to the BBC earlier, Mr Seeley said that if the Duke hates the royal family, that he should set an example and restyle himself as Mr Windsor, voluntarily relinquishing his royal titles. He said, if he hates the institution so much, why doesn't he set an example and become Mr Windsor? To trade on titles while at the same time trashing the royal family is sad and desperate. East Worthing and Shoreham MP Tim Lofton, whose constituency is in West Sussex, said that the Duke's behaviour was embarrassing. He added that the Duke had also failed to follow the advice of his grandfather Prince Philip and that he should opt out of his titles. He said the Duke of Sussex has refused to take the advice of his grandfather, Prince Philip, of look up and look out, say less and do more, and get on with the job. The way he's conducted himself in such a public way is embarrassing to the residents.